You ever get that feeling that some tech stories are way too strange to be lies, but too perfectly hidden to be officially true? Tonight, we're going to talk about 5 tech conspiracies that, well, might not be conspiracies at all. And by the end, you might never look at your phone, your laptop, or even the internet the same way again. Let's start with something subtle, something small enough to fit in your pocket. Smartphones. We all use them, trust them, sleep next to them. But here's the thing. There's a quiet belief that your phone is listening. Not metaphorically, literally listening. You talk about buying shoes, and boom, shoe ads. You mention being hungry, and suddenly you get food ads. Companies deny it. Every single time. But former engineers have whispered about passive audio triggers. Is it possible they're not listening to everything, just keywords? Maybe. Or maybe we're all experiencing the world's biggest coincidence. But coincidences don't usually happen this consistently. He says softly, "We didn't record full conversations. It's more like detecting context, without making it obvious." The screen cuts to static, intentionally, like the story is too raw. Now, conspiracy number 2, smart TVs. You know how you're watching a movie, and your TV asks if you're still watching? Ever wonder why it knows so much about what you do? Some smart TVs, confirmed by investigations, scan what you watch, how long you watch, when you pause, what you skip, and even what shows you're scrolling past. The conspiracy. Some models allegedly collected data even when turned off, as long as they were still plugged in. Think about that. A screen sitting quietly in your living room, learning your habits more than some people in your life. People reported their TV turning on by itself, changing channels, listening for commands no one said out loud. Companies blamed software glitches. But, you tell me, what kind of glitch wakes up at 3 a.m. and scans your network? Third conspiracy, the slow-down switch. You buy a new phone. It's fast, smooth, perfect. But a year later, suddenly it feels like it's running through mud. Apps lag. Battery dies. You feel pressured to upgrade. People called it paranoia. But then, boom, news broke that certain companies actually throttled older devices to preserve battery health. Maybe it was innocent, maybe not. But many believe that hidden inside every phone is a timer, a silent countdown to inconvenience, a built-in expiration date disguised as performance management. One technician says, "The hardware is fine, it's the software updates that choke it." And honestly, it makes too much sense. Number 4. The invisible internet. Not the dark web you hear in horror stories, something deeper. A private internet under the internet. Rumors of government networks layered beneath our own, holding information the public can't access. Imagine an internet where no Google crawler can reach, no VPN can bypass. Some ex-intelligence employees claim it exists, and that some tech companies are plugged into it, receiving data that never touches public channels. The theory says, by the time something becomes public news, certain agencies have known it for years, because the data flowed through them first. Wild? Yes. But when you realize how interconnected everything is, how every tap, swipe, and click passes through hundreds of checkpoints, it suddenly doesn't seem impossible. And now, the big one. Number 5. Social media mind mapping. Not just tracking what you like or share. That's old news. The conspiracy suggests platforms can predict your emotions before you even feel them. They map your scrolling speed, how long you stare at a photo, the micro-pauses you make while thinking. Combine that with facial recognition from every selfie you've ever posted, and they can allegedly estimate your mood, motivations, fears, desires. Some insiders say algorithms can push specific content to gradually influence your opinion, without you noticing. Not in one big hit, but in tiny nudges. A meme here, a headline there, a comment thread planted at the right moment. You think you're in control. But what if you're just being guided? Here's the thing. None of this is officially proven in the way conspiracies need to be. But there's just enough truth sprinkled into each one to make you wonder. Enough leaks, enough internal documents, enough accidents, enough coincidences. Technology has become the closest thing we have to a shadow that follows us everywhere. A shadow that knows us better than we know ourselves. A shadow that never sleeps. Maybe these are just theories, or maybe they're warnings. Because the line between conspiracy and reality is getting thinner every year. And if even one of these theories is true, then the world is not the one we think we're living in. Stay curious, stay aware, and don't forget, the truth is usually hiding in plain sight.